shocking news comes from the South Korean entertainment world. Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, reportedly suffered a fatal incident during his military service. This news instantly made fans around the world panic and wonder, what really happened? Why do events like this keep repeating? And even more surprising, how did V, Jungkook's close friend, react when he heard this news? This story originated from a leaked report from an unnamed military source. According to the report, Jungkook allegedly experienced an unexpected incident that made him have to get medical treatment immediately. However, the big question is, why is the military so secretive about this incident? Is there something to hide? Not only that, an eyewitness claiming to be Jungkook's unit mate mentioned that the situation was more serious than expected. We were all shocked. It's not the first time something like this has happened, but this time the circumstances really worry us, the source said. This statement, of course, reinforces the suspicion that something is wrong in the military training system that K-pop idols undergo. So, what about V? Jungkook's friend, who is also serving in the military, was said to be very surprised and showed an unusual reaction when he heard this news. According to information circulating, V immediately tried to find out Jungkook's condition and even made a special request to the military. However, there was one thing that made the public wonder. Why was his request denied? What is really going on inside the South Korean military? Questions kept popping up, but the answers given by the military only made the public more confused. They only gave a brief statement that Jungkook was doing well and asked fans not to worry. However, is it really so? If it's okay, why do so many eyewitnesses give different statements? A number of speculations began to develop. Some believe the incident is related to South Korea's strict military training system, which has been controversial. In fact, some idols have also experienced similar incidents before, but they're always covered up by the authorities. Is Jungkook experiencing the same thing? However, what is most surprising is a report that Jungkook's incident this time is related to a previous incident that happened several months ago. Yes, this is not the first time Jungkook has experienced unexpected events during his military service. If earlier there was speculation that he received a minor injury as a result of hard training, this time the situation is much more serious. Some theories began to emerge. Some believe that this incident was caused by external factors, such as the special treatment idol received in the military that might have made some people feel unhappy. However, there are also those who suspect that the mental stress Jungkook experienced while in the military is one of the main causes. If this is so, then this is not just an ordinary incident. This is a serious issue that must be addressed not only by fans but also by the South Korean military. Is this a sign that something is wrong with the system implemented so far? Or is there something more hidden from the public? Meanwhile, Jungkook's condition remains a mystery. There are no recent photos or videos showing his condition after this incident occurred. This made fans even more anxious and wondered, why is information about Jungkook so difficult to get? Is there something the public doesn't want to know? As more and more questions were raised from fans and the public, the controversy over the incident that Jungkook experienced in the military grew heated. Many began to doubt the official statement from the South Korean military, especially since the information provided felt very minimal and full of gaffes. Is this just an ordinary incident? Or is something deliberately covered up? Not a few accused that the military tried to suppress this news so as not to become a national scandal. It's not the first time South Korea's conscription system has come under scrutiny for its treatment of idols. Many fans recalled how several other idols had previously experienced unfair treatment while serving in the military, ranging from more strenuous training to tremendous psychological pressure. Is Jungkook experiencing the same thing? More surprisingly, a former military member who did not want to be named revealed that Jungkook's case may be more serious than reported. I cannot reveal the details, but I can say that this is not an ordinary incident. There is something they don't want the public to know, he said in an exclusive interview with local media. This statement further reinforces speculation that there are allegations of irregularities within the military system that put Jungkook in danger. In fact, there are rumors that this incident is not just an accident, but there is an element of negligence or even deliberate action. But who is responsible? And why does the military seem so secretive about this? What are they hiding? We just want to know if Jungkook is really okay. Give us certainty, wrote a fan on Twitter. Some fans even started contacting South Korean government officials to ask for further explanations. They wanted to ensure that no abuse of power or unfair acts were committed against Jungkook during his military service. However, the military remained silent. Instead of clarifying, they issued increasingly confusing statements. We cannot disclose any further details regarding individuals who are serving in the military, a military spokesman told a brief news conference. Reports began to emerge that some K-pop idols serving in the military were often treated differently from ordinary soldiers. Some of them allegedly experienced discrimination, both from superiors and fellow military colleagues. Is Jungkook one of the victims of this system? An anonymous source claiming to be Jungkook's partner in the military said that the mental pressure faced by the idols inside the military camp was enormous. We cannot be treated like everyone else. There are higher expectations, and if we can't meet them, we're often targeted, he said. If this is true, then this is a serious warning to the South Korean military system. Was there any special treatment that actually put Jungkook in a difficult position? Is there anyone who deliberately wants to knock Jungkook down by applying excessive pressure? Some reports from the fan community suggested that Jungkook may have been moved to an unknown location after the incident. It is based on the fact that there is not a single information about his whereabouts after the incident. Normally, if a soldier has an injury or an incident, at least there is a medical report accessible. But in Jungkook's case, everything was completely sealed. It's as if he just disappeared, said a military observer. The lack of information about Jungkook's condition has further sparked public outrage, especially among BTS fans, who are now starting to take more extreme measures. A number of army communities from various countries are reportedly planning large-scale protests to urge the South Korean government and the military to provide a more transparent statement of what is really happening. In fact, some fans in South Korea are reported to have filed a formal petition to the Blue House, South Korea's presidential office, demanding that an independent investigation be conducted into the incident that befell Jungkook. Will this be the beginning of the biggest military scandal in South Korea? How long will the government continue to cover up this kind of information? Jungkook is a public figure, and we deserve to know how he is, wrote one fan in a petition that has now been signed by more than 500,000 people in just 24 hours. Amid this furor, more gruesome speculation emerged. Was Jungkook a victim of hazing within the military? Some reports say that hazing or bullying in the military is still a serious problem in South Korea. There were many cases where young soldiers were subjected to harsh treatment from their seniors, and not a few suffered psychological trauma as a result of the pressure. Some idols who had previously served in the military also had time to express their unpleasant experiences. Some were discriminated against, punished more harshly than other soldiers, and subjected to tremendous mental stress. A former soldier who claimed to have served in the same unit with several K-pop idols revealed in an anonymous interview, they often get treated differently. There are those who are treated very well because of their popularity, but there are also those who are precisely the target of frustration from seniors who feel envy or dislike for their fame.